This program was made possible in part by the continuing contributions from viewers like you. Thank you.
Welcome to Woodbury High School, where Keystone Productions proudly presents AAU Girls Basketball. Today our coverage starts with the 16 and under championship game featuring North Tartan and the Minnesota Suns. All the action is coming up momentarily. Greetings everyone, I'm Mike Peden. Welcome to a summer rendition of girls basketball coverage. I'm joined today by girls basketball legend Tracy Buford. Thank you for joining us.
Sure, no problem. It's great to be here.
This is her first time broadcasting, so we're going to have some fun today. For North Tartan, you're pretty familiar with that program, and can you explain why?
North Tartan has a great reputation in Minnesota. They've just had so many premier athletes come through their program. They're very organized, very structured. They're in the big tournaments around the country. They just do a great job with their program.
And her daughter happened to play for them as well.
Yes, last year.
And for the Minnesota Suns, the 15 and under team is playing in this championship game, and headlining them is a player who happens to play here in the Lions Den at Woodbury, Megan Strauman.
Yes, and her name is definitely one that you've been hearing more about, so hopefully she'll feel very comfortable playing in her own gym.
Now, there are a few differences between AAU basketball and high school basketball. We'll go over those throughout the game. In the meantime, sit back, relax, and enjoy some summer basketball. Now, Tracy, I understand you coached an AAU program for some time?
I did, actually, for several years. I started out coaching a team from Minneapolis, basically a bunch of Minneapolis City girls, and we were the ladies swoosh, and we went to nationals, and then we were Minnesota Triple Threat and did very well. So, it was a lot of fun.
And a lot of the players you see in college and high school basketball, a lot of the top players will keep their skills up to date with these AAU tournaments. In fact, as we talked about earlier, Megan Strauman on the Minnesota Suns teams from Woodbury. The North Tartan team has Amisha Kearney. In fact, every player on all the rosters all play high school ball.
Right, exactly. Now you pretty much have to play AAU if you want to compete at the varsity level.
And is there any other differences you've noted between the AAU game and the high school game?
Yeah, the AAU games are just much more physical. I think the girls are, playing at a much higher level where they're playing on a full team with girls that have their skill set. So it tends to be a lot faster, a lot more physical.
As opposed to the high school games where you have the top players and then you have their substitutes and then just the critical backups or emergency backups. You have every person on this team can play.
Exactly. Most girls on the AAU squads are all starters from where they come from, so it is a little bit interesting when you're used to starting and then coming off the bench.
And if they're not starting, they will be pretty soon.
Right, exactly.
Minnesota Suns will be wearing white. The starting lineups for them: Tara Lutz, number 4, Kayla Hulsebus, 13, Erica Trabbing, number 25, Megan Strauman from Woodbury, 32, Jade Geif, for North Tartan, it's Amisha Kearney, number 2, number 15, Rachel Banham, 21, Sari Noga, 33, Laura Melquist, 34, Morgan Van Riper Ross. Tip-off is made, and the Minnesota Suns with the first possession. Again, the Minnesota Suns in white, North Tartan in blue. Two-pointer, no good. Rebound, Amisha Kearney. And we have an open look, fast break. North Tartan gets on the board. It's 2-0.
Number 32 with the basket for the Suns. Amisha Kearney with the ball. Bring the ball up for North Tartan. Looks like the Suns are playing a man-to-man. Gets it into number 3 with the score for North Tartan.
4 goes, and she's going to the line. It's 4-2 in favor. And we see North Tartan playing in a zone formation, often used to test the shooting abilities of the opponents. Lady Suns go up, shot no good, rebound number 34. Goes to 15. That's a three-pointer, well off the mark. And number 32 of the Lady Suns comes up with the ball. And they tie it up at 4 points apiece. North Tartan again with possession. Amisha Kearney drives to the paint too strong. Rebound number 33. And here come the Lady Suns. Megan Strawman goes, count it! Megan Strawman from Woodbury goes to the line. And a three-point play opportunity at stake. And this must be a different style for Megan Strawman as opposed to Woodbury, where they play a very deliberate style of basketball.
Yeah, she definitely seemed comfortable taking it to the basket pretty strong on that one.
Three-point play successful. Not too often where you see the entire gym in silence during a free throw attempt. And Amisha Kearney from Minneapolis South with the ball. Lady Suns are up 7-4. Number 15 and number 21. And the Lady Suns playing a man-to-man. For three, bullseye! That was 34. Morgan Van Riper Ross with the three. We're tied up at 7 apiece. Shot by Jade Geif, no good. Rebound, Sari Noga. And Van Riper Ross at the ball. Another three-pointer. Bullseye! Sari Noga with the three. North Tartan up 10-7. Well, North Tartan found a way to answer that three-point play by a couple of three-pointers. Ball is stripped by Morgan Van Riper Rost. She is from Eden Prairie. Again, Noga for three. Not this time. Rebound, Strawman. Here come the Lady Suns. Kara Lutz gets fouled. She's going to the line for two.
Yeah, North Tartan seemed a little confused on that defensive play. They didn't seem to know who they had.
Lutz from New Life Academy in Woodbury. Makes her first. And so far, a competitive start in this 16 and under championship.
Yeah, they've come out shooting the ball fairly well.
Lutz 2 of 2, and we've got a whistle. A substitution is being made. Lutz is going out, and taking her place is Alexis Long from Maranatha Academy. Gabby Bover with the ball. That's for three. Short. Rachel Banham with the shot. Rebound by North Tartan, and they'll get another possession. Van Riper Rost. To Banham. Lady Suns playing zone. Now they're still in the zone. That shot by Kayla Hurd, I think that was contested.
Yeah, definitely. They like to double team down low.
Stephanie Davison with the ball. Goes to Alexis Long. Ball out of bounds. It will stay with the Lady Suns.
Lady Suns are having a hard time getting the ball to their post player, which is too bad because she's posting up really strong on the block.
And we have a substitution. Angela Christensen from Alexandria is coming in, replacing Rachel Banham. And Gabby Bover nearly crashed into a couple of the spectators there trying to steal the ball. It will stay with the Suns. Strip stolen by Gabby Bover. She is from Worthington. Goes to Van Riper Rost. To Christensen on the line, short. Rebound, and by Noga, and the putback by Christensen.
These North Tartan girls never seem to give up. They go for those second and third chances. A little too aggressive on that one.
12-9 in favor of North Tartan. 11:04 to go in the first. Anna Gertis, number 15, is in the game. Right now, Alexis Long with the ball. She takes it herself. Not quite. Rebound Davison. And it's stripped and taken away by Kelly Winch, number 4. Winch loses the ball to Davison. Davison, number 15, that no good.
The crowd was looking for a double dribble or something on that call.
Didn't get it, and on the other end, Kayla Hurt gets the basket.
That's a great shot. She really used her body to get the contact.
Kayla Hurt, 6'2", from Bemidji High School. Imagine all the miles she racks up coming down here to play in these AAU tournaments.
Exactly.
3-point play, no good. Rebound, Stephanie Davison. She's going up the court, and she's going to wanted to go inside, tried to, but she's going to reset, and they'll try again. Long with the ball. To Van Riper Rost. Stolen by Van Riper Rost, I should say. Looking for something. And we have our first jump ball of the game. It will stay with North Tartan. Suns starting to go at it with a little physicality of their own.
Yeah, they're getting a little more tough on defense. I think they're relaxing a little bit more and trying to go for some steals.
That was Caitlin Adams who forced the jump ball. North Tartan will keep possession. Banham to Angela Christensen. For 3. Bullseye!
They're really doing a nice job shooting the 3 at the beginning of this game.
After a 7-4 start by the Suns, North Tartan has responded with a 13-2 run. And Agurtis with the ball. Loses it, and we have a traveling violation, and it will stay with the Suns, but an excellent effort by Gabby Bover.
Yeah, North Tartan is just a good hustle team. They really anticipate that pass.
Long. What? Gets into traffic. Kicks out. That's for 3. Short. Rebound. No putback from Caitlin Adams. And Winge with the rebound. Christensen looking to go around the baseline. Not successful. And Kayla Hurt's shot was blocked. And coming up with it is Stephanie Davison. Now she's in double team, and she gets out of it with a foul. Now, when your daughter played for North Tartan, how did she adapt to their style of play, and then how was that different compared to her playing days at Central, which just wrapped up?
You know, it was great for her to go to North Tartan because it was a totally different kind of style, you know. So it was a really good experience for her to play with, just a different style of ball, different girls. Go ahead.
Angela Christensen came down a little too hard. She's going to get called for the foul. That's the one mistake North Tartan has had all in this game. They have 16 fouls to the Suns 1, and I believe the fouls are the same as they are in high school.
Yes, that's true.
So as Alexis Long is at the free throw line, the Suns are going to be shooting free throws for the rest of the half, and that's one way to fight back.
Exactly. With 8 minutes left, and you're stopping the clock and scoring from here on out, that's going to give them a great chance to get back in this one.
And we know all about free throws. The one recent example being the 4A state tournament final. I bring that up for a couple obvious reasons, but free throws were a huge part in the end of that game.
They were. You can never take free throws lightly. I mean, you just never know whether it's at the beginning or the end of the game.
Kearney draws the foul, and she will be getting 2 free throws.
It's so critical. The girls should shoot so many free throws every single day.
Kearney from Minneapolis South originally went to Bloomington Kennedy, then transferred after her freshman year. First free throw bounces out. And Kearney, she's going to fit in quite nicely with Minneapolis South. They didn't lose too many seniors, and they have a very deep bench, as I saw earlier this last season.
Yes, they do, and they're very young. Very smart players.
1 of 2. North Tartan up by 7. Holsabus goes to Davison. Back to Holsabus. Weaves around. Goes in the paint. Takes it herself. Gets the roll. Holsabus from St. Croix Lutheran cuts the lead to 5. Kearney saw considerable playing time in Minneapolis South last year. Winch. She looks to fight back. No good. Rebound by Christensen. Wanted a foul. Don't get it. And they're still fighting for it. And finally a foul is called. It's going to go against Kara Lutz.
That play was a little sloppy on that possession.
The Suns still have 3 to give. Angela Christensen takes it herself with the finger roll.
Nice move.
So after the 13-2 run a little while ago, it's been back and forth in the last few possessions. Holsabus to Davison. To Gerdes. Going under behind the back, no good. Katie Winge with the rebound. Banham is back in the game. She has the ball. To Christensen. Back to Kearney. To Banham again. Now they're taking their time. There's no shot clock in AAU. Winge, long 2, swish.
It was a good thing she got that shot because North Tartan really was not running their offense on that set. They were just kind of standing around, which is really not like them.
Holsabus with the ball, weaves around Kearney, and she draws the foul. And with North Tartan out of fouls to give, it's an automatic trip to the free throw line. Kayla Holsabus from St. Croix Lutheran goes in for a 1-and-1. That last 2 by North Tartan, it's something that some critics say have been lost with the three-point line being added several years ago.
No, it's just a smart play. I mean, you're down at this point, but you got 6 minutes left to go. You need to go to the basket.
Kearney double teamed and fouled. The Suns still have 2 fouls to give, but Kearney's going to go to the free throw line. And playing at Minneapolis South under Coach Emil Jihad, one thing South has not many other schools do is, as she makes her first, they can shoot long distance and they can come at you from short range as well.
Exactly. And with Amisha, she plays so much older than she really is. She's just such a mature player. I took her out to the End of Trail tournament out in Oregon last year. And this 15 team here for North Tartan, they did very, very well in that tournament.
Of course, she'd like to get a state championship.
I think they'll have their eye on the prize this year for that one.
I saw her tearing up at the end of the 4A title game as I was waiting to interview the Central players.
Yeah, I got a chance to see her and her mom after the game, and I just told her, this is where she needs to be next year. A goal to work for.
Anna Gertis takes it herself and scores. It's 23-15. North Tartan still up by 8. Kearney goes inside, finds the hole, and capitalizes. She's gotten some activity in the last couple minutes. And right now, the Suns and North Tartan are trading baskets. Substitution coming in for the Suns. Out goes Anna Gertis. In comes Megan Strawman. To Erica Trabbing. Inside. Shot contested. That was Jake Geif. Ball goes out of bounds. And it will go to North Tartan after a bit of a discussion.
Which is a good call. It actually went off of one of the Suns' feet.
Well, there's no challenge or instant replay. And a traveling violation on Seri Noga. And we haven't seen too many of those.
No, which is a very good thing. The girls are working on their fundamentals. That's good.
Kayla Holsabus with the ball. North Tartan playing man. And another foul. That's going to be another trip to the free throw line.
Amisha's a little frustrated at this point. She needs to get an arm's length away and play defense. She's just trying to play a little too close to her.
Looking at her face, you can see she's wearing her emotion on her sleeve at this point.
Yeah, and she knows she's coming out.
Holsabus makes her first. And replacing Kearney is Morgan Van Riper Rose. Again for Eden Prairie. Holsabus from St. Croix Lutheran. And Holsabus, 2 of 2. Cuts the lead back to 8. Now, as Van Riper Rose handles the ball, how big a deal is it for these teams to win these weekend tournaments?
It's really important that they win at home because, everything that you do and play during the summer is to go out of town and play in these big tournaments against these big-time teams. So it's really important that you make sure that you win when you're in Minnesota.
Seri Noga, shot no good. Rebound Lutz. Here comes Trabbing. 15-footer, no good. Rebound Katie Winge. To Van Riper Rose. And Buford, that's for 3, bullseye. Seri Noga, she's been their 3-point threat in this game.
Yeah, North Tartan definitely has a guard. You can see they don't have a lot of big players, so they really rely on that 3-point shot.
Noga from Parker's Prairie. I'm sure you haven't heard of that school too often. Strawman on the line, no good. Fight for the rebound, goes to Noga. And we have a 1-on-2. Kayla Hurt will drive, and she's going to the line.
Great hustle from her to get back on defense.
Hurt from Bemidji. .338 to go in the first half. North Tartan having a considerable control in this one. Hurt makes her first, and the Suns are sending subs in. Lutz is out. Caitlin Adams is back in. And so far, the Suns have not been able to find a way to come back after that big run.
Which, Mike, we have to keep in mind that this North Tartan team is a 15 team, so they're actually playing up in this tournament, so it's pretty impressive that they're leading by so much at this point.
On the line, that's 2, no good. Rebound by Geif, and she is going to the line. I'm sure that's one thing the North Tartan coach, Gerard Corey, he's going to be talking to his team at halftime, maybe, it's 3 minutes long, is to stop fouling.
Exactly. The North Tartan girls need to realize that that's how the Suns are going to get back into this game. They just need to play nice, tight, good defense.
Geif missed her first. Gets her second. She's from Lakeville South. The Lakeville programs have been rising pretty quickly in the high school circuit. Christensen, traveling violation. Now, you talked in the All-Star game back how when you were playing in high school ball, there wasn't any AAU. So what did your team do to keep yourself in shape for the upcoming season?
The only thing that we had was a summer league that was hosted at Concordia in St. Paul. And it wasn't even at their nice Gangelhoff Center either.
Close range shot by Noga, good, so she can make 2-pointers as well. I think we talked about that the pictures might have melted already.
Right, exactly. And that gym was about 120 degrees. But yeah, that's about the only thing that we had to really, but back then we also played every day on the playground. 5-second call.
2:30 to go in the first.
But yeah, one thing that we did that you don't see is, we played with the guys a lot just at the local rec center, the local gym. And there's so many girls that play now that they have the luxury of playing with a group of girls.
Christensen, I think that's her second traveling violation in her second consecutive possession.
Yes, it is.
Getting a little tired or getting a little nervous?
I think she's a little anxious, yeah.
Of course, a lot of the college, as Geif goes in, gets 2 points inside, a lot of the Division I colleges in women's basketball will play against men's squad teams just to increase their physicality.
Yeah, definitely. It really, really helps. We used to do that in high school, too. We used to play our boys' JV team, and, just for the physical aspect, the quickness.
Noga, that's her second inside bucket in her last 2 possessions.
She really goes strong to the basket.
Might be looking to make the Suns respect her inside game as well as her outside. Strawman, long 2, swish. That style coming from Woodbury as Hurt cannot respond. Rebound Geif. Looks for Strawman inside. She does get to her, but she kicks the ball out. Now Suns are in trouble. Jump ball. No, it's a foul. It's on Rachel Banham. Banham made a little too much contact, and Suns are in the double bonus. So for Erica Trebbing, it's an automatic 2 free throws.
Yeah, I think Erica just turned her body enough to where Banham just had too much of her arm on that one.
So in Highland Park, what would happen? I don't know if you kept score, but if your team beat the JV boys, how would they feel about it?
Yeah, we went back and forth so much because we were such good friends with the guys, but they really hated to lose to us, let me tell you.
Trebbing is 1 of 2, 1:08 to go in the half. And North Tartan sitting with a 12-point lead. Other than that, if you take away that big run, though, these two teams would be about even.
Yes, they would.
Long 2, good by Gabby Bover, 19-footer, 44 seconds. Holsabus to Trapping. North Tartan still in their man. Ball is stolen. Gabby Bover with the pick. And an open Rachel Banham, but she can't get a handle on the ball, and a wasted opportunity for North Tartan. That cannot be good.
She was just thinking too much about the shot.
.26 seconds. The Suns could hold for the final possession if they wish. Gertis to Strawman. To Adams. And Gertis is going to get 2 more free throws.
I don't know what the stats are, Mike, but they sure have spent a lot of time at the line this first half.
The Suns earn the double bonus. In fact, if you want to get an idea about fouls, they stop counting after 10. The Suns still have 1 to give with 11.2 seconds. So while they have some work to do, they have been playing a much more clean game, and they're certainly going to have less issues with foul trouble. Gertis is 2 of 2, cuts the lead back to 12. North Tartan can hold for the final possession with 10 seconds, and I think that's what they're going to do. Banham, 5 seconds, 4. They need to get a shot off. They do. NBA range 3 by Bover, no good. That's how the first half comes to an end. North Tartan up 36-24. Well, we'll take a break, and when we come back, we will start the second half. See you then.
Peter Long, you're the coordinator for the Minnesota Suns AAU program. How many years has this program been going?
We're currently in our 4th year. We started in 2005.
And Coach Arbogast has been with you all those years, hasn't he?
That is correct.
Talk a little bit about what the Minnesota Suns is all about. I know you have both boys and girls.
The Minnesota Suns is about providing opportunities for the youth and providing mixture for those kids who are available to afford this and those that aren't available to afford the expense that it takes to play at this level and get the exposure, the college exposure.
And you have a website where fans can come see how your programs are proceeding?
Yes, the website is www.mnsuns.com.
This team that we're looking at in this championship game for the 16 under division of the Hardwood Classic, this is a 15 and under team.
That is correct. This is a team that's been together since they were 12 years old, and they're starting to gel real well now.
Any names that you want to point out that have done, I would say, above average?
Yeah, I would say that Kayla Holsabus has been a premier player for us. You could go down the list, to be honest with you. You've got Kara Lutz and Caitlin Adams, Erica Trabing, Megan Strawman. I mean, I could go on and on down the list, but these are kids who have been with us, since the beginning. Plus, I have a daughter on the team as well. Good player.
So you have a special interest going on here.
Yeah, I'm excited.
Good luck in this championship game, and thanks for visiting with us.
Thank you.
Bill Larson, your tournament battle on the hardwood. How's it going for you for your first of 3 tournaments this summer?
Well, that's exactly it. This is the first time. There's nothing that ever been in this time period. Called a few teams, and all of a sudden Wisconsin started to join in. A few friends down in Iowa. We send some teams down. They send some teams up. It's a good match.
Now, this isn't a NCAA certified event for college coaches at the Division I level. Is that correct?
That is true. That is true. We do one at the Meltdown, which has been very successful at the end of the summer. 26th, 27th, 28th, and again, we got about 9 different states coming in for that already.
Okay. Now, we had a chance to talk to Peter Long. He's the coordinator for the Minnesota Suns program. Tell us a little bit about this North Tartan team that we're looking at.
Well, these guys, the whole program's been around, as we know, forever. 1972. So it starts way back. What this group has done, Gerard Corey's coached this team. This is now their third consecutive state championship. We were able to move some kids back and forth, and they just keep on rolling. They finished 5th in the nation 2 years in a row, and we've added some quality kids to a nice team this year.
When are nationals for you?
Nationals for these guys are down in Norman. They actually got a big invite down to Disney. Disney's taking up the top 24 teams in the nation, what they're perceiving as the top 24. We were picked as the one, pretty much the only one in the Midwest. That's because of the finishes that they've had, the history of the club, and they're going to be able to go down there the 21st to the 24th of July.
And the website so people can follow your teams is?
Oh yeah, it's easy, northtartan.com. Like I said, we've been out there, we're around, so look it up. There's a lot of good history on there.
This 15 under team that we're looking at playing at the 16 under championship team, actually we're looking at two 15 under teams. Is there any one or two players that are above average or stand out more than the others that you'd like to talk about?
Well, sorry Noga, obviously. I mean, she's whenever somebody in a high school game hits 11 for 13 beyond the arc, you got to talk about her. Has been in our program now. This is actually, believe it or not, her 5th year, and now her younger sister's actually coming up. And she plays for our U10s. Another kid that I'm really impressed with this whole tournament is Kayla Hurt from Bemidji. Fun thing about this group is that there's only 3 actually Metro kids here. All the rest are out-of-state kids, and they've just come together and they get together on the weekends, and looks like they're doing an okay job today.
I know you'll probably miss somebody, but off the top of your head, who are some of the coaches in your program?
Off the coaches, we got John Hedstrom, a competitive boys coach in Minnetonka. John won in not only his 4th grade kids, then he won the boys, and he's been with us now for a number of years. Gerard Corey, who does our 15s. I don't like to usually keep a coach in one particular group when we're in 2 years, but can't keep him away. Jeff Crosby, he's up at Roseville right now. I think he's going to be an assistant now next year. And Jake Cuppy, and Leah Dasovich, Mary Hedstrom, and then Amy and Brady Erickson from Eden Prairie.
Coach, thanks for visiting with us.
Yeah, it's been good. Thanks for being here. Thank you.
Welcome back. We are beginning the second half of the 16 and under AAU championship game between the Lady Suns and North Tartan. And I don't know about you, but I don't think 3 minutes is enough time to really catch a break.
No, it's not. It's really fast, especially, if you're trying to, do any kind of strategy with your players. I mean, 3 minutes is just about enough time for them to really catch their breath. That's really tough.
I read on the AAU website it was supposed to be 5 minutes, but I don't make the rules.
Yeah, it seems like the rules are ever changing.
Well, do you think we'll see a shot clock in here for the older tournaments while we speak of rule changes?
I do. You know what? I think, so many other, at the high school level, other states, I was going to say, have already input the shot clock. So I really think that in Minnesota you'll see it very soon.
For the Suns, Lutz, Holsabus, Trabbing, Strawman, and Geif are on the floor. They're in white. And for North Tartan, in blue, it's Kearney, Banham, Noga, Laura Melquist from Rochester Lourdes, and
Van Riper Ross.
Van Riper Rose, yes. Waiting to get things started. Strawman will inbound the ball. There we go. And what did your daughter say to you about having to play with a shot clock at the All-Star game?
She really didn't say too much at all, actually. We have played at some out-of-town tournaments that have used a shot clock. So it's just another thing to be aware of. But I think as the girls, go to college, they're just going to have to get used to being aware of that shot clock.
What I liked about it is they kept it to 30 seconds like they did in NCAA game. Noga, another 2 points from the paint. She has been all over the place today for North Tartan.
Yeah, she's really been moving to the basket very well.
And we see the NC Heat team warming up. They play in the 17 and under championship game against the Metro Stars, and that's going to be a fun game. You're going to see some future college prospects. But right now, we got to finish this game first. Strawman with the shot, no good. Rebound, no putback by Geif, but she gets her own rebound, and the third time is a charm. Geif used her body to create those extra possessions.
Yeah, she was tough on that series right there, and that's how you have to be, relentless. She didn't give up on the boards. That was a great play.
And Riper Rose to Noga for 3. Bullseye! Telling the Suns, hey, don't forget I can shoot threes too. Lutz looking to respond, no good. Melquist with the rebound. Suns, defense is broken down. That was Noga again. Where did this girl come from?
That's a great play that North Tartan runs. The Suns just need to be aware of that. It's kind of like, how many times are you going to get beat on the same play?
They've been beaten 3 times. Noga has put up 7 points already and have found no response yet.
I think the Suns are getting a little frustrated at this point.
Van Riper-Rose wants some action. She doesn't get the shot to fall. Rebound Geif. And we have a fast break going on. Holsabus wants a 3, gets the 3, makes the 3.
Nice shot. That's a smart play. She realized one of her players was under the basket just in case she missed that one.
Banham, back to Noga. She wants a 3, pump fakes. No look pass, but a traveling violation will nullify that.
And the Suns finally did a good job of stepping up on defense. Number 4.
Katie Winch stepping back into the game for North Tartan. Kearney and Van Riper-Rose are out. And Gabby Bover from Worthington also in for North Tartan.
Number 4 for the Suns really stepped up and played help defense that time and made North Tartan travel.
Holsabus trying some fancy footwork, loses the ball to Banham. And Noga is open. You don't want to leave her open, but Trebing breaks up that shot. And now she goes to Geif. And she gets an easy 2.
Great pass.
And someone finally got to Noga before she could do any damage. Melquist drew the foul, and she's going to the line. North Tartan did not get too many trips in the first half.
No, they definitely didn't.
It's 43-31 with 12:37 to go. Laura Melquist, 6'2", Rochester Lourdes, misses her first. Lords. Our cameraman, Heinz Iwan, has a pretty good sense of geography around here in Minnesota. Melquist, 1 of 2. Twelve and a half to go. And a traveling violation on Caitlin Adams. She stepped before she made the dribble.
Yeah, I'm not sure that the Suns knew what they were doing on that series. They had their post player out on the wing, and their guards were kind of running into each other.
Breakdown in communication. Over. Goes to Hurt. Hurt puts up the shot. Air ball. And Geif comes up with it. Holsabus will take it herself, and she draws a foul. It's going to be the first on North Tartan this half. Against Rachel Banham. Holsabus from St. Croix Lutheran. Makes her first. Go ahead.
Oh, I was just going to say, I think she missed that one.
We said earlier in this game how important free throws are. She makes 1 of 2. That's something, and this is one thing I don't quite get is post players especially, why they don't work on the free throw aspect, especially if they know they're going to get hacked a lot and make a lot of trips to the free throw line.
Exactly.
There are not many posts that can shoot the free throw, that can shoot well on free throws. One exception, Ashley Ellis-Milan at Minnesota. Rachel Banham for 3, no good. Rebound Geif.
Yeah, Ashley's always been a good free throw shooter. But as you said, as a post player, it's really critical to your game.
I don't think your daughter will have to worry about that.
Hopefully not. She works on that, so.
In the meantime, three-pointer by Stephanie Davison. The Suns haven't made too many shots from outside. And Bover draws another foul.
The North Tartan strategy seems to be going to the basket.
And an earned Gabby Bover trip to the free throw line. She is from Worthington. Misses her first.
It's so easy to see how important free throws are at the end of the game, but when you look back and think about ones you missed at this point of the game, obviously it still is critical.
1 of 2 here. Long. Trebbing to Davison. Adams loses the ball. Picked up by Bover. We could have a fast break here. She'll take it herself. She's going back to the line. 10:48 remaining.
The Suns are kind of waiting for North Tartan to come to them, and then they're really not responding. They really need to bend their knees and play good defense.
Bover not taking advantage of it, though. She misses her first free throw again. Having played basketball, what goes through your mind as you're going to the free throw line when you're on a free throw situation?
You know, the most important thing about shooting free throws is to do the same thing every time.
Was that hard to do for you when you in a game situation?
No, because you know you get your certain pattern down. You know, everybody has their own thing what they want to do. And once you're comfortable with that, you just need to do that every time, because when you get in that clutch situation, you just need to do the same thing and not even think about it.
Geif with the last basket for the Suns. And Amisha Kearney draws a foul.
I can actually always tell when a player is going to miss a shot when I'm used to them, whatever their routine is for shooting their free throws. And if they're in a clutch situation and they pause just a little bit too long, I know that they're going to miss because, you know, it's not their rhythm.
Kearney makes her first. Kearney from Minneapolis South. And she's going to be an exciting player to watch next year.
Yes, she is.
Missed her second. Rebound and the putback by Ari Noga.
What a great play that was.
And a three-point play for North Tartan out of 2. Noga gets the steal too.
She's really standing out in this game, just playing with a lot of passion today.
And Bover drains the 3. North Tartan looking to run away with this one, and they just might. But there's still a lot of time left, 9:48 to go. We've seen time and again large leads cut away in the...
Right, with the three-point shot, you know, it's just, you never know what can happen in a game.
Strawman, it's a long 2, no good. Rebound and the putback by Caitlin Adams. And just in general, when the team is up by that much, sometimes they start to fall back and play token defense.
Yep, they get a little too relaxed.
Kearney trying to work off the screen. Didn't work, but she'll take it herself, and she gets the bounce. Kearney likely to get more minutes, perhaps a starting position next year with the absence of Ephesia Holmes and Takoya Hammock at Minneapolis South.
Yes, I would be very shocked if she was not starting.
Adams was not ready to handle the pass, and Geif threw it away. North Tartan will take possession. And Megan Knipe, who's gearing up for the next game with the stop. With Taylor Hill, those two, of course, really good friends. And Kearney has the ball stolen away by Gerdes. And that was a frustration foul, and Kearney not happy with it.
You know, I was just talking about what a mature player Amisha is, and she's having a tough day, but in that situation, you know, she's already picked up a couple fouls early. You have to know to just let the player go at that point.
Gerdes makes her first, and even if she misses her second, that's 2 points, but you have a double-digit lead, and then there'd be one less foul you have to worry about later on. Especially with high school basketball and in AAU, you're given 5 fouls instead of 6, so you don't have as much of a cushion as you do at the professional level.
Right.
And even the college game is 5 fouls, so it's not a lot of room for error.
No, it's not.
Kearney starting to twitch a little bit, looked for Noga, but Noga wasn't there. And the Suns might have an opportunity on their hands. We'll see if they can take advantage of it. For 3, Gertis is short. Lutz gets in there, takes the rebound, and the Suns will reset. This is long. To Lutz. Caitlin Adams, kiss off the glass.
You know, Mike, I'm just wondering why they don't make that their bread and butter. I mean, they could do that all day long.
Especially if you have a post player that can master the art of the glass. Melquist, that's going to be traveling.
Yeah, number 34 has a great build. She's a nice post player. It's hard to defend somebody of her size.
And we have a timeout. I think it's the first timeout of the game.
Yes, it is.
With 7:30 to go. I've said before, the backboard is there for a reason, and players that use it well, it often shows in their performance.
Exactly. You know, players don't use it nearly as much. I guess it's not as pretty, but, you know, even Tim Duncan, the other day I was watching him, and, you know, he's one of the NBA players who uses the glass so well, and it's so nice to see that. I hope some of the young kids pick up on that because, you know, not to be cliche, but it is your friend, and, I mean, it can really help you out.
Duncan has been criticized for his lack of flashy playing style, but to him, and I'm sure to a lot of these other players, I think the only thing that matters is the win-loss column at the end of the day.
Exactly. It's how you get it done, you know. It does. Sometimes players are too pretty, and that's the problem. You know, they make it too difficult, or, you know, trying to be too flashy. You know, yes, it's entertaining, but you need to put the ball in the basket.
It's not about finding the 5 best players. It's about finding the 5 that work best as a team.
That is very true.
And Central knows all about that, don't they?
Yes, they do.
They're going to have an interesting situation next year. I talked to Willie Taylor a bit before the game, and he said it's going to be the toughest year he's had as a coach because he's not going to have the level of talent that he used to. Not that your daughter wouldn't want to continue to play for Central, but I'm sure she's happy to move up in the world of basketball.
Right, she's very excited.
As Holsabus gets to the line.
You know, it's really tough for Willie Taylor to come off of 2 amazing seasons, you know, 2 back-to-back titles. And, you know, when you're starting kind of all over again, it's tough. They definitely have some stars on their team, but it's going to be a harder road for sure.
Holsabus 1 of 2. 9-point lead by North Tartan. The other thing Willie Taylor told me is that he's not even going to worry about that until next season, which is probably a good thing. Van Riper Rose with the inside bucket. And for veteran coaches in general, they just don't worry about next year until they have to.
Right. I don't think they'd last very long otherwise.
Holsabus missed the shot from the corner, and the rebound goes to Melquist. Van Riper Rose one-on-one.
Oh.
She couldn't get a handle on the ball. Noga's right there to clean up the mess. Unless something else happens, I think she's going to be the player of the game.
It definitely looks that way.
Lutz couldn't get a handle on the ball. Van Riper Rose wanted to steal, but she went out of bounds before she could get it back in. And so the Suns will keep the possession. But they're down by 13 with 6 minutes and 14 seconds to go. Jay Geif in trouble, gives up the dribble. And Lutz is going to go to the line.
You know, Mike, I think they've been doing some substitutions here the last couple minutes. I think the Suns are really trying to find, as you mentioned, those 5 that are really going to make a run here.
Cara Lutz makes her first. Lutz is from New Life Academy out in Woodbury. I believe they're in the Tri-Metro Conference. Two of two. When's the last time that I've seen 2 of 2 go in this game? Foul away from the ball. And the Suns will get another possession. They've been able to cut it to 8 throughout this half, but have not been able to get any closer.
And, you know, that's a really good call. The ref called a moving screen. And, you know, that call is actually made a lot more in AAU than it is at the high school level.
Lutz. Basket is good. And she'll get a chance to cut the lead again to 8.
Well, I definitely think they see their opportunity, because if I were the coach of the Suns, that's where I'd be going on every possession.
And the three-point play is successful. North Tartan once again out of fouls to give, and we have a timeout. They're going to discuss a few things. The Suns still have 2, and that could be important if the Suns make a run here at the end of this game.
Yeah, they definitely need to do it at this point with 5 minutes left. You don't want to be scrambling at the end. You want to make a strategized run here.
Now, we haven't talked about this yet, but for this past weekend, they've been playing 2 days of pool play and then tournament action, all here at the Woodbury facility. And I came here before to do a game with the South in Woodbury, and this is a nice gym to do it.
Yes, it is. Woodbury has a very nice facility.
And they don't just have the main gym, they also have 4 other gyms across the door from this one where the 9th grade and JV teams can play. Not every school can boast that.
Right, exactly. That's the problem that the city schools have with not being able to generate tournaments. They just do not have the facilities that some of these suburban schools have.
I think someone might want to start paying attention to Central, though. They've won 2 state tournaments.
Well, luckily, Central now has the new Jimmy Lee Center going in across the street, and that is going to be a beautiful facility.
Yeah.
The Suns decide to put some full court pressure on.
They leave Van Riper Rose open for 3, but she can't make it fall. And the rebound by Davison. Holsabus for 3. No. Rebound by Davison. And the Suns are getting another possession. Davison wants the 3, misses. And another offensive rebound. This time it's Trebbing. Holsabus wanted the 3, goes for a 2 instead. She's going to go to the free throw line. And the Suns can have a chance to pull a little bit closer, in fact, closer than they've been all half.
And, you know, Mike, one thing that they don't want to do is really concentrate on the 3. It seems like they're really trying to look for that 3-point shot. But at this point in the game, you know, you just want to go to the basket and get some 2-pointers. No sense of rushing the 3 at this point.
Or in this case, Holsabus made the shot, but with North Tartan out of fouls to give, that's automatic trips to the free throw line. The Suns still have 2 to work with.
Right. That's going to be a huge advantage for them at this point.
But they have to make their free throws. Holsabus 1 of 2 there. It's a 7-point game. Still 3 possessions. But there's still a lot of time left. Winge missed the shot. Rebound Trabbing to Stephanie Davison. Looking to go around Winge. And she gets the rebound even though there were 3 North Tartan players under the basket. Holsabus, short, rebound Kearney. Not a good possession. And Stephanie Davison's going to get called for the foul.
No, I think the Suns just look a little anxious. You know, they just need to settle down and run their offense. They have plenty of time to get back into this.
Kearney goes around, no good. Rebound and the putback by Kayla Hurt. One thing, you mentioned this before, these are teenagers and the Suns are a 15 and under team, so they don't quite have the maturity as some of the older players do. But Trebe makes the 2-pointer, and once again, it's a 7-point game.
I think the Suns are a 16 team. North Tartan's a 15 team. Or are they both 15?
Noga for 3. Bullseye!
She's having a great game.
She's on fire, no doubt about that. Kearney with the strip. It's a cleanly. She goes to the hot hand. Noga shakes another 3. Why not? No good this time. And the rebound by Holsabus, but she is running out of time. There's still some time to work with, but they're going to have to hustle if they want to get this one back. Gabby Bover with the steal and nearly loses it, but Winge is there to clean it up. Kearney with an open 3. Short. Rebound. And Kayla Hurt draws the foul. She's going to go to the free throw line with 3 minutes and 4 seconds left.
I know Amisha's having a tough day, but you definitely don't want to leave her open in the corner. She will knock that down.
And Megan Strawman coming back into the game for the Lady Suns, replacing Stephanie Davison. You talked in the open, or at the beginning of the game, how a lot of these players play AAU if they're looking to keep their skills up to date on basketball, as the Lady Suns send in more substitutions. So what do they learn here in AAU that you may not be able to learn at the high school game?
You know, the best thing that they learn during the summer is the level of competition. I mean, the teams that you play are at such a high level that it just gets you used to playing in that environment. Not only when you go outside the state to big tournaments, you know, these facilities are huge with, you know, sometimes hundreds of players and hundreds of college coaches watching you. So that can be very intimidating. And if you can get used to playing in that kind of environment.
Noga, another 3. That's it. I think she's going to be the player of the game here.
Absolutely.
You were saying about the high school AAU comparison?
Yeah, so, you know, they just, like I said, play with such great competition. And the other thing is that they get to play with girls who they normally wouldn't play with. You know, a lot of times these girls wouldn't have the opportunity to play with girls of their skill set. So it's really nice to learn how to play with other types of players, especially if you're going to go on to college.
Hurt, missed it, gets her own rebound, no good. Caitlin Adams with the board. (66-54) with 2 minutes to go. And bullseye! Alexis Long with the 3. It's a 9-point game, but with no shot clock, the Lady Suns may have just run out of time here.
And North Tartan is a very well-coached team, so I would imagine that they are really going to run the clock down now.
90 seconds left. And that's exactly what they're doing. They're passing the ball around, killing some clock. Gabby Bover goes in. We'll go to the line.
And that's exactly what you want on that play. You got an open lane, go ahead and take it. She gets the foul.
Bover from Worthington, 5'8", gets the first. And North Tartan, that has to feel good. They're going to win the 16 and under championship at a tournament that they're hosting.
Exactly. It's always really important. You want to win your own tournament, that's for sure.
And they host another one in late July in Hastings, the Meltdown. There's a few more tournaments before that, but they'll get one last cry before they wrap up the summer. with that tournament. But in the meantime, there's a minute 10 left here. And Van Riper Rose with the steal. And it's nice to see that they don't drop their level of aggression even though the game's in the books.
Exactly.
Noga not going to get another 3 this time, so she goes to Melquist. Melquist is not ready for the pass. So we have a fast break here. Megan Strawman going to go to the line, and the clock stops with 47.5 seconds. Anna Gerdes, who was guarded Noga in that last possession, she made sure she was not going to get another 3-pointer off.
Exactly.
You think she was getting sick of her draining threes all day. Kearney comes back in to play a few more seconds. Noga, or Bannum steps out. But for Noga, she's from Parker's Prairie. This is going to be a good game and probably a good tournament for her to get her name out in some of the metro area and even other places around the state.
Exactly, definitely.
Strawman made her first. Makes both, and she has the advantage of having played in this gym throughout the high school season, so she doesn't have to get adjusted to the rims as much as some of the other players do.
Right, that really helps.
47.5 seconds left here. North Tartan looks like they're going to go on to a win. What are the most important things that they need to stress, or that the coaches need to stress at this stretch of a game?
You know, at this point for North Tartan, they just need to come out and still play tough defense. You know, don't lay back, as you said. Still play with that aggression. No fouls. The Suns want to come out and really execute. I mean, if you're going to call a timeout with 47.5 seconds left, you know, they're going to set up a play, or they should set up a play and have some strategy to probably put on a full court press right away. And that's what they can hope for. Try to get a couple quick baskets.
And they might be taking a timeout, too, just to go over some things for the next tournament, because they're going to be at this again in a week or 2 weeks from now. Bover open on the other end, but Strawman is there to take the shot away. And a traveling violation on Noga. We've got 3 white jerseys surrounding you. It's hard to keep your feet planted.
Exactly. It was hard to see the feet on that one. I don't know how we could even see her travel, but...
Well, that's what they pay the referees for, I suppose.
Exactly, and I know these guys well. They've reffed a lot of games I've coached.
Long air ball. That goes out of bounds. North Tartan, are they going to get one? They're going to try one more time? Well, they're going to get one more trip to the free throw line with 21.9 seconds left. The interesting thing about Woodbury compared to other gyms is how they have their bleachers labeled.
Yes.
On the fence there, you've got the home and visitors for the parents and for the students. I don't know if they exactly follow that to a T, but one of the more interesting things I've noticed in this gym.
It is kind of nice, though. I mean, sometimes you go to a gym and you end up sitting in the student section or something, so it's kind of nice when they label them.
Well, they don't have that at the Minnesota for the women's basketball games, at least not yet. But they get pretty good fan support. And there are some other nice gyms, too. They don't label their sections, but they're certainly a lot of fun to go to. Van Riper Rose with the steal. 12 seconds. And the Suns aren't going to give up here. And Melquist, you're down in the paint like that, you might as well take a shot.
Exactly. She was wide open.
And that's how the game will come to an end. North Tartan cruises to a 72-59 win. An excellent game for them. Do you have any last thoughts?
No, it was a great job. You know, it was nice to see them play really hard the whole game. North Tartan did a good job coming out with the win.
That will do it from here. Once again, the final score, North Tartan 72, Lady Sons 59, North Tartan, the 16 and under championship for the Battle of the Hardwood tournament. For everyone here at Keystone Productions, this is Mike Peden. So long, everybody.